Save yourself. Focus on yourself. Put your money in your pocket. Worry about your own survival because nobody else will. So I see these clips of all these women talking about where have the providers and protectors gone. Let a 60-year-old man tell you young men out there from experience. 3 different marriages. 10 different kids. 7 of them step. You get nothing out of being a provider or a protector. Nothing. Insults, ridicule, abandonment, that's all that awaits you. People won't even remember all the sacrifices that you made, financially, physically, or in any way. They won't even care. So young man, save yourself. Focus on yourself. Put your money in your pocket. Worry about your own survival because nobody else will. So I see these clips of all these women.
Hey, Shalom, Shalom, call HALAL, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH is giving all praise to the Most High, in the name of His only begotten Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to our teachers, the elders, and apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us His truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. Shalom, 244,000. And as you've seen in this video, real quick, man, this Jake, he gave some sound advice. It says, man responds to women's questions about where all the providers have gone. And you hear this from these women. Oh, you supposed to be a provider. You supposed to pay all the bills. Bitch, is you crazy? A lot of these women, see, that was what men did traditionally, but these women aren't traditional anymore. Okay, you get a woman with 80 bodies, okay, and that's just, and they'll never tell you the true number, okay, and they expect you to worship them and praise the ground they walk on, and they ain't worth a damn, man. All right, so it's unfortunate that this man had to come to the damn to the end of his life to come to this conclusion, but hey, he passing the game back. He passing it forward, man. All right, don't be out here trying to. And me personally, I could never be no damn stepdaddy, man. All right, nothing against brothers that do it. I could never do it because at the end of the day, you pouring into something that can never pour into you, and eventually it's going to end bad. It always does, So, but even if you have a woman and you got a child with her, or these women are not ours, bro. These women are not ours, bro. And why? Because like I said in the beginning, you didn't get them as virgins. If your woman is always comparing you to the other men she's been with in her mind. She's always comparing you to the next man. She's always comparing you to the last guy she had sex with because they done been polluted. They done been defiled. Okay? So this guy's giving pure game. And in this society right now, especially here in America, it's best for brothers, you Akim, to focus on yourself. Work out your own salvation. You can't worry about a woman. You can't even worry about your damn children, man. All you can focus on is worrying about serving Yahweh, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, and doing what's necessary to bring in our kingdom, a righteous kingdom, where everything is going to be in this righteous order. In this society, the system is against you. Your own women, your own children are against you. Okay? We in hell. But let's read some of these comments and we'll grab a few precepts. I'm going to make this too long. Somebody said, I'm 54, 20 plus years married, and this man didn't tell one single lie. This message is 100% approved. Somebody said, they won't even remember all the sacrifices you made. I felt that in my soul. Somebody said, he's not lying. Only women and children and pets are loved unconditionally. And the woman will tell you that. Oh, well, you supposed to do this, you supposed to do that. If fuck around and lose your job, man. Fuck around and lose your job. See how quick that bitch is to bounce. All right, these women are not ours, and that's sound. That's a sound thing to have in your mind. I ain't telling nobody to go look at a woman crazy, but the truth of the matter is, women are very fickle. Okay, one day they love you, the next day they hate you. One day you everything, next day you nothing. And all you brothers out there, because you've seen it. You've dated women, been with women. Okay, and one day y'all, she head over heels for you. The next day you don't even exist. She got another man rod in her mouth, okay? This is the truth. It says, and me myself being a young man, this is sound advice, that I want to pass on to other young men. Telling you, hey, snap the fuck out of it. You're not gonna find your queen in Babylon, all right? It says, I have no clue how my dad put up with my mom for so long. R.I.P. Pops, strong man. Right, and a lot of men, they die behind these women. I saw a video, it was a story that came out a couple of months back. Um, if not a year. It was a Jake who had a heart attack. He had a heart attack and died in his car, I believe. And the mom had came out and said how he was arguing with his girlfriend, and that caused him to have a heart attack and die in his car because he was arguing with his girlfriend. And that's one thing I don't do. I ain't arguing with nan bitch, okay? Because a bitch will argue with you all day long and stress you out, and the whole time, she just feeding off your energy, okay? A energy vampire. All right, so um, somebody said men are in love, women are in business, and that's true. This is why they want you to marry them and sign government contractual agreements, okay? So they can take you for everything you got. You got these rich ass niggas that get married to these women, and within months of them being married, it's already a divorce because she only married you to get what you got. Okay, these women they don't know how to love. And I really want to do this video for a comment I seen here. If I can find it real quick, bear with me 1 second. It was a comment that I seen, man. Okay, let's read this one too. It says, he's not lying. We often overlook what men decide to deal with, especially when he takes on a woman who has multiple kids with multiple men. Most of the time, the kids are with the woman, so now you're dealing with her baby fathers, the baby's fathers, family, etc. Women will say, well, what about the man with multiple kids, BMs? Most of the time, the kids don't live with the man. Not to say that there aren't baby moms who make life harder, but men definitely take on more when entering those situations, and most of the time it doesn't come with any rewards. The kids will still want love from their biological father. So no matter what step role you play, it's a major gamble, right? Somebody said he took on 7 stepkids. That's wild. Yeah, and truth be told, bro, one would call that man a recovering simp. All right, to be a 7-time stepdad is crazy. It says there was one video comment I seen here. 1 second, let me find this, man. The sad part of all these comments, especially from the experienced men, is that we all agree women hold your sisters accountable. That's when this shit will stop. All right, so somebody say you'll hit the Powerball easier than finding a woman that respects and appreciates a good man. All right, so I can't really find it. I'm looking for a particular comment. For some reason, it's not popping up. Let me see. All right, see, I can't find it, man. It was a comment. Somebody said, I'm so much of a real one, I don't know how my father stayed with my mother. He better than me. And a lot of times a man will stay and deal with a lot of shit just to, to keep their children. Because men love their children, contrary to popular belief. Men love their children. Okay, men want to take care of their children. But a lot of times they have to, do without in order to get away from the damn woman. Was a complete demon. Okay. Yeah, I was looking for a particular comment. I can't find it, man. But this message I do approve, man. Just focus on yourself. Like I said, focus on the ministry. Focus on doing the work. Focus on serving BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, because everything else. That's why Paul said what he said. I'd rather you be as I am. Okay, and not even deal with these damn women. Okay. Yeah, so I mean that's the point. No lies told. Da, 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 da. Somebody said, I just don't want to leave. Them kids gonna be homeless, but I swear this video hit my soul. Yeah, man. All right, so let's grab a few precepts. Sorry, I was looking for a particular comment. I couldn't find it, but let's grab a few precepts. It says, this is Proverbs chapter. Let's just get right to the point. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 26 says, "For by the means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread." And a lot of men, I saw a video a little while back, and it was going into it, and it was pretty much somebody going around interviewing all these homeless guys, all these homeless guys that's on the streets looking crazy, and they was going pretty much saying how their whole situation started behind a marriage. They got married, and this is why we don't get married in this government system. But they got married, got divorced, lost everything. All right, it's crazy. But let's see. It says, and the adulteress will hunt for the precious life. Let's go into the NLT. Read up a little bit. It says, verse 22. It says, when you walk, their counsel will lead you. When you sleep, they will protect you. When you wake up, they will advise you. For the commandment, for their command is a lamp, and their instruction a light. Their corrective discipline is the way to life. And this is why we got to come to, this understanding, man. Come in this truth, follow these commandments to the best of our ability, because it keeps us, man. Okay. It says, it will keep you from the immoral woman, from the smooth tongue of a promiscuous woman. And this is what the Lord has done. And this is why a lot of this truth, bro, the Bible doesn't say a lot of good things about women, but that's for a reason. Okay, learning this truth is also about learning women, because as you read in the Apocrypha with Eve, okay, she is the reason why we all die. We're in this situation behind a damn woman. Okay, so a part of this truth is learning about women. That's why the manosphere and the red pill movement, that was a huge thing, because it teaches you about women. Okay, which is a heavy trap, a heavy snare for a lot of men that don't know how to deal with women. That's why you got a lot of men in prison or in the grave behind a damn woman. Okay? It says, don't lust for her beauty. Don't cry. Don't let her coy glances seduce you. For a prostitute will bring you to poverty. And truth be told, if your woman wasn't a virgin when you met her, she's a whore, a harlot. Okay, a prostitute. This is why when you meet a woman, she wants you to take her on a date. You got to take her to some expensive ass date. You got to buy them clothes, do this and do that, because they're whores. They're prostitutes. Okay. It says, but sleeping with another man's wife will cost you your life. Can a man scoop a flame into his lap and not have his clothes catch on fire? Right. Can he walk on hot coals and not blister his feet? So it is with the man who sleeps with another man's wife, who embraces her with will not go unpunished. And I bring that out because truthfully, if a woman has children with another man, that's another man's woman. Okay, that man can come back any day and say, this is my woman. And she might go back to him any day. Okay, because they have a bond shared, by blood. Okay, when they have that child. First Ezra chapter 4 verse 22, it says, for by this also ye must know that women have dominion over you. Do ye not labor and toil and give and bring all to the woman? And this is what men are doing now. They give their life over. They want to simp and play stepdad, and you working your ass off and your whole life away for this woman and her kids, and they're going to take all that and leave. It says, yeah, a man taketh his sword and goeth his way to rob and to steal, to sail upon the sea and upon the rivers. You got men that don't even have kids taking care of another woman's kids. Well, at least when you have kids, you're furthering your legacy. When you taking care of another man's kids, all you doing is furthering that man's legacy. It says, and at the same time too, ain't nothing wrong with being a father to the fatherless, but it got to make sense. It says, and looketh upon a lion and goeth in the darkness, and when he have stolen, spoiled, robbed, and robbed, he bringeth it to his love. This is the simp precept, okay? Which simp means someone idolizing mediocre pussy. It says, yeah, many there be that have run out of their wits for women and become servants for their sakes. Many also have perished and erred and sinned for women. Okay, and this is what we're seeing, okay, to this day. All right, a lot of our people, okay, are a lot of these men out here are erring and perishing behind women. All right, that's a heavy, a heavy snare, a heavy trap that a lot of these men fall into. Okay, not being hip to this understanding, this truth. Like I said, bro, like these scriptures, this really the scriptures. I mean, I have my father and my uncles and stuff, but the scriptures is really what taught me about women, okay, and how to deal with women. And now I'm at a place where, you know, they have no power, no control over me. And the water, y'all, Bashim, y'all shot for that. Shalom, come and show Allah about the ball.